Happy Sunday. Come on in, Saints. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. I know people are just trying to come in. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Happy third Sunday. When you come in, just hashtag Happy Father's Day because it's Father's Day. So, hello everybody. Hey, Mama Janice. Hey, my heart. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Tell Mr. Ken I say Happy Father's Day. Please give him my love on today. Come on in. Happy Father's Day. Yes. Hey, Maggie Max. Hey, Auntie Max. Happy Sunday. Yes, happy Father's Day to all. Y'all, for everybody that's just coming on, I was getting myself prepared for the live, and I broke my tripod. I don't know how I did it, but I had it for a while. Like, I had it since last summer. So it'll be a year since I've had it, like since last summer, almost a year. And today I went to set it up. You know how you hold the phone on the stretch part. Half of the stretch part piece cracked off. So I'm on my laptop. So that works. But come on in. Happy Sunday. How you guys doing? I know I missed you guys last week. But I am back this week and I'm excited because I am doing the giveaway today. What's up, David? It's okay. Cook us some brunch. Listen, ain't gonna be no brunch today. Like, what I tell you, ain't gonna be no brunch today. You gotta order out DoorDash, Grubhub. But when I get up here, I gotta get ready for church. Hopefully, if you're watching, everybody who's watching the replay, hopefully you were able to reach out to your dad today, if they're living, to wish them a great, happy Father's Day. To the ones that are in heaven, we wish them also a happy Father's Day. I have not texted my dad yet, but I will text him and wish him happy Father's Day. I posted him on Instagram, if you're following me on Instagram. But he will get a text message from me wishing him a happy Father's Day. Normally he's cooking out on the grill, so I don't know what he's doing today. But I do have a debate to talk about today before I do the giveaway because it is Father's Day. So we're gonna wait till a couple more people come on here. I'm making a stuffed pork loin. Ooh, even though I can't have pork, that sounds good. What you stuffing it with, Mags? I swear they make these equipment pieces not to made to last. Right? It's like, come on now. Like, we need something that will hold. Like, then we listen. We are content creators and we cherish our stuff. And for all the amount of money we paying for this stuff, for it to break that fast, it's crazy. Like, I looked at it. I was like, oh damn. Like, I gotta get another one. And it's not even the stick. It's just like the sliding part. It was stupid. Prosciutto, cheese, and spinach. Oh, okay. Do it up, Max. Do it up. That sounds good. But I have a debate. Well, really quickly before we do the giveaway. Hey, Kelly Kels. Yes, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Yes. Thank you for coming and also making a lemon pie. Ooh, Max, you holding out on a lemon pie now. And do you put meringue on top of it? Let me know. So here's my debate because we always go all out for moms for Mother's Day. We get reservations for restaurants. It's always crowded. Take your moms to church. If not, you do something big and special for your moms. But what do you do for your dads? Because normally, what's a good gift that you give to your father? And that's what I want to know. Like, what's a good Father's Day gift? What do you do for Father's Day? Where do you take a good father out to? Like, what do you do? Because I've always had that issue growing up. I would always go all out for my mom. Always buying her. You know, my mother used to love the way heels, so I buy her pumps and purses and outfits. We'll go out to eat, make reservations to go out to eat. I've done brunches, of course, church, um, all this stuff, jewelry. I've done above and beyond for Mother's Day, but for my father, am I gonna now? Let me be transparent, okay? Because once again, it's Father's Day. Um, my father wasn't always in my life, okay? And there's a lot of reasons for it, which I'm not going to argue or debate about. But I wasn't I wasn't as in a position to always give my father a Father's Day gift. And you know that on the episode of um, the Cosby Show, they was giving Cliff like a tie and a noodle picture or something with noodles on and all that stuff. And that wasn't me because one, I didn't really get a deeper relationship with my dad until I was older, until like my 20s per se. Actually, I didn't get really close to my dad until my grandmother died, his mom, my nana. Um, and she stepped in more as a dad for me than he did. So yeah, and my dad, when I was born, my dad was in the military. Him and my mom was married, then got divorced. I didn't get my dad moved to Jersey. Honestly, I didn't get to see my dad. Like I would only see my dad in spurts if he would come down and visit my grandmother, or if we'll go up to Jersey and see him when he was living in Jersey. Um, but when I was high school, Father's Day came around. I didn't Father's Day for me was celebrating my grandfather. So that is what I did. My granddad was living because he was more of a father figure to me at the time. My mom's dad did anything. So I always celebrated him. And he's no longer here. So yeah. Um Let me go back to the also I seen a lemon pie. It has lemonade, condensed milk, and Kool-Aid. Oh, like a Kool-Aid pie. That sounds good. Kelly said you can take dad out to eat too. Okay, you can take dads out to eat. I mean, of course. Um, I've been saying Happy Father's Day. They should combine it and call it Parents' Day. They're they are too close together. I mean, they are a month apart. I get it, but still, I mean, it's crazy. I've been saying hello, hello. Carly said, "What's up, Stace? What's up, Stace?" Mama Janice said, "Dads like sports related stuff. Most fathers just want recognition." I think that is true. I mean, because I get the recognition because you got to have the father to have the kid. I mean, of course, the mothers they birth the child, but if it's not for the dad, you're not gonna have a kid. So I believe in the recognitions. I mean, that's that. But I mean, when your dad is not in your life or not fighting to be in your life, what do you do? I mean, that's always been a debate for me. Like, always been a question. I mean, I acknowledge my dad. I forgive my dad for not being in my life or not like fighting for me. Granted, we have my dad has three kids by three different marriages. I am the oldest. Um, I always like weighed the burden of well, I was the first. Like you forgot about me because my dad spent more time with my sister and my baby brother, than me because the marriages were longer. the relationships were longer. Um, and I just didn't get a chance to have my time. Um, cause I feel like growing up, like I was uncomfortable even being around my dad when I would see him because I'm like, well, you got more time to get to know my sister because you was with her longer, or you got more time to be with my brother because you're in the marriage with his mom longer than my mom. So it's like your relationships are different. You know them, but I feel as though like when I started getting close to my dad, it was very uncomfortable because I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know me. I feel like you don't know me. You don't know. You weren't there for my graduations. Um, you weren't there for like my dad didn't come to and I extended like my high school graduation. I offered and I extended for him to come to my high school graduation and didn't show up. My mother boyfriend at the time stepped in as my father, which was awkward, but I'm like, nah, I want my dad. I wish I had my dad. Everybody got their dads. Where's my dad? So it's always been a debate around Father's Day for me because I'm like, some of my friends had their fathers, and even in church we'll do special things. Take a picture with the father, donuts with dad, and you bring your dad and all that stuff. And I just had my dad there. Like I was wanting my dad to be there, but he just wasn't there. But so that's all I have to say is like, what do you do? What do you do for Father's Day? Like, I mean, Mama Janice said, they like sports stuff. But I'm like my father, he's a griller. My father loves to grill. Um, so I'm like, but get him grill stuff, aprons, seasonings, food. Like, what's a good Father's Day gift that you would give to your dad? I mean, I've just seen stuff like cigars, of course, the usual shirt and tie, a card, money, but I'm not giving my dad no money. Sorry, I have an issue with that. But what do you do? Kelly said, I think you should give fathers just like you give mothers. We get our mothers things they like for Mother's Day, so we should do the same for our dads. Simple. And that is simple. I totally agree. But what do you get your father when you have not he has not really been in your life? I mean, granted, I appreciate my dad now that we're starting to bond a little bit, a little bit better. And I'm like, what irritates me, it had to take, and I'm like, I know I'm transparent. It had to take, and he knows this because I've had this conversation with him. I was mature enough to have the conversation with him as I got older. But I mean, it took my grandmother passing and him moving back to Baltimore for him to understand our relationship because we would be together and it would feel awkward. Like we would have family outings and my aunts would have my dad to ride with me because I was offered to drive. Like I'm a driver, and it just felt awkward in the car with him. I mean, I'm close to my sister. I'm kind of close to my baby brother. I mean, he's a different generation. Yeah, me and my sister we're like Irish twins. We're 11 months and 2 weeks apart on my father's end. He was a hoe, but yeah, me and my sister's closer in age, and then my brother, me and my baby brother, we're like, I want to say like 15, 16 years apart, something like that. I don't know. So it's different when it comes to that aspect. But I just feel I just used to feel uncomfortable about him, and then dealing with my sexuality, I really felt truly, truly uncomfortable around him because he would go around asking people about it instead of coming to me about it. This is when I was younger. I'm like, yo, come to me. I'm your son. Um, and then it was always the whole um, marriage issue. Me being the first, like I'm not answering to nobody else when it comes to my needs or wanting something from you, wanting you to support me. I'm not going to your spouse. I'm sorry. And I mean, people may agree or disagree with that, but I'm not going to your spouse to ask something from my father about my father. Like, you're my father. Like, you had me. They didn't have me. No, you had me. So, yeah, this is want to get these feelings out because it is Father's Day, and I feel like though I as well and society treat Father's Day and Mother's Day different. I mean, I still respect my father because if it was for my father, I would not be here. Um, I love my father. I love my father, but certain things I feel like I'm the honor is different. The gifting is different, especially when they're not there. But I see my father trying. Like the past couple of years, my dad has been really trying to build that relationship with me slowly. It's slowly, but yeah, mm, it's in. What y'all think? How y'all relationships with your dads? Is y'all dads in your life? Yeah, how about that? I'm gonna go back to the comments. Um, I'm out the shy, Miss Katina. How are you? Miss Shakina is in the building. She said, I agree. You agree with Kelly. I, for one, do not do restaurants on holidays. That is true. I restaurants on holidays is a massacre only because it's crowded. I mean, it's hard to get reservations, and then they're rushing out food and stuff, and it's not good. I mean, Mama Janice, I get that. Hey, Auntie Etta. Excuse me, everybody's coming in. Stacy said, I'm not recognize any deadbeat dad. Sperm donation is not enough. Take care of your responsibilities, period. And I totally agree. I totally agree. Um, but what happens when they now ready to be in your life, even though they miss the most important things of your life? What do you do? How do you feel? Those are the questions, man. Because it's like we always hear about, the dad beat dads and the dads that um, just leave out of nowhere. But then there's also these dads that do take care of their kids, and sometimes always the mom that's the issue. Not saying that in my case, 'cause that ain't in my case, but if someone is always like the 50-50 thing, like, but then they want to when you are succeeding, they want to ride the coattail. I.e. the movie that Tyler Perry did with the son the father that want to be in the child life, but now he's a basketball star, and then the father wants to come into life. Well, yeah, that like, what do we do with those? It's like, don't come in my life now that I'm succeeding and I've been trying to build a relationship with you, and now that you see me doing better without you, now you want to come in my life. Not for that. Those are ones, yeah, that are very toxic. And then there's some moms like that too. We're not gonna lie. It's some moms that are like that as well. Yes, as well. Um, Mama Janice said your feelings are valid and should be accepted. Yeah, thank you, Mama Janice. Yes, so this is what I've been battling for eternity. Like since but as gotten older and mature, I mean, I'm not holding a grudge anymore. I'm just talking about it. Like, and I'm able to be mature enough and man enough to talk to my dad or my mom or whoever about it respectfully, and you should be able to understand how I feel. I mean, as I was just saying, you shouldn't talk back to your parents. I get that. But when it comes to a point where we're older and mature and we can still have the conversation respectfully of how we feel. It ain't gotta be disrespect, but I want you to also feel my feelings and where I'm coming from. And I've had that conversation with my dad. And I think that after having a conversation, that made us a little bit closer. And then of course he finally met Brandon, and I respected that wholeheartedly. Like when he accepted that, first of all, when he accepted me, finally after having that conversation, that made it more better. Like my dad got my back. But it's also, I always had the issue of I'm not always going to reach out. Why do I always gotta be the one to reach out? You can reach out to me too. It's a 50 like, yo, you weren't there, so come on, reach out to me. Like, I'm not gonna always be the one to reach out. And at that time, I was always the one reaching out. I was always the one going above me, like going over there to spend time or going. No, call me. Hey, son. No, what you doing? Let's do this. Let's do that. Me and your brother. Let's bond. Let's go out. Let's do this. That's what I want. I don't want to call like, Dad, what you doing? I'm coming over. I'm like that. That's no. I want you to reach out to me because that means that you're being that father that I want. That you're checking on me. Like, you're my dad. Why the child got to check on you? Check on me. Kelly said, I think our generation and below are more active fathers than we had. Guys are more active and present fathers now than they are back in the day. That I'm going to agree, um, about 80%. That I'm going to agree because my brother, my mom on my mom's side, my little brother, Serenity and Tristan's father, my niece and nephew's father, he is an impeccable father, an amazing father. To the point as though the Serenity is in his care, um, and I'm not going to talk too much as the business, but my brother is away for issues that he did not do, but it's coming to a head. It's being rectified, and my brother will be home. I'm so excited so he can get back to his kids' lives. But seeing my brother, like when my brother was my brother Brandon, my brother name is Brandon as well. But my brother Brandon, he it was a goofy, funny, lovable person. He's a goofy, funny, lovable person. I don't know why I said was, but when he uh when he had Serenity, of course, I would steal her from him because like that's my baby. But I see him grow up a little more. I see him mature. And my brother was born in the '90s. Um, I see him mature a little bit. He still was trying to be his out in the streets, goofy. I'm doing this, but me and my mother had to tell him, "This is your responsibility. You got to man up now. You got to take care of your child." Like half the time, I mean, I always didn't mind doing it, and I didn't ask for anything. I would babysit when if he wanted to do something, because at the end of the day, we need some type of freedom, and let our guard down and go enjoy life. But most of the time, I like my brother stepped up as a father. Like he supplied for his children, and he still does. Like honestly, if he was not away, I would still he would still be like supporting and doing and giving for his kid. They didn't. My niece and my nephew didn't have to one for anything. My brother showed up for everything they did, um, and what a father. I think that's what Kelly said. Like this generation, this coming generation behind us. I mean, they're having the kids, and they're showing what we did not get when we were coming up. And I think that's like the main reason why some of these fathers nowadays are doing big for their kids and wanting to, like, I'm seeing a lot of marriages sustain in this generation, because this upcoming generation, because they didn't have that when they were coming up. Like we didn't have that when we were coming up. I wasn't in a two-parent household. I was in a one-parent household where my mom struggled. My dad was off doing his thing. He was married, but never called to ask me did I need anything, like was I okay, and I did not appreciate that. At the end of the day, you still had me. I'm still your seed. So, but you giving to other and stepchildren, yeah, I didn't like that. David said, "Give him a hug." Yes, I'm giving a so she said she disagree with Kylie previous. I mean it, but it depends on what you see. Like what I see, there are some dads in this upcoming generation that really wants to be there for their kids, and it's always the moms, the young mothers that do some grimy stuff for them not to. not to see their dads. That's crazy. There are dads that want to be in their children's lives. There are. I've been saying hello. I'm going back. Oop, and wait a minute, I went too far. Um, I've been saying hi. You're not obligated to celebrate anyone who hasn't fulfilled their role. Before my dad passed, all I would give him every year on Father's Day was a Happy Father's Day text. But that was, I didn't start texting my father until I was about 26, like 25, 26. Then Happy Father's Day. I didn't start posting, I didn't start posting him on social media until I was like in my 30s, like wholeheartedly. Like, and everybody's like, oh my God, that's your dad? Like, y'all look exactly alike. Y'all the spitting image. Y'all look exactly alike. But yeah, that's my twin. Like me and my dad look. If I would go bald, me and my dad would look alike. Got these Asian persuasion eyes, all that. Shakina said ideas can be, but not limited to handwritten letter. Okay, handwritten letter. Something he has interest in, like home building, religion, bowling, etc., and or go for brunch, coffee, lunch, etc. I mean, I get that. And then there's always these dads that you never know because they want to be like real macho, hoo ha. I'm like, no, let the men be like, where's these sensitive dads? And hate is a strong word. And I watch some of this stuff on social media. Like dads be too hard on their kids. Like a father has to be like the one that discipline and instill like the beating and hardcore and this and that. No, you don't gotta be all that. Like there was some let the man be a man, but to let the man show his emotion and his affection to his kids. It don't always have to be a beating. Like I saw this one social media post where the brother and sister got into it, um, and kind of found out the sister, the one who started the whole mess and instigated it, but he beat the brakes off the boy. Like the boy was like on the street, like he was another dude on the street. Like, and they were young. So you beat my daughter, you did it. I'm like, but first of all, don't question him while you're beating him. Sit down and talk first. Like, I hate these overstimulated dudes that want to use their masculinity to show them being a man and beating it. No, I'd be damned if my father beat me like that. My whole family be that. Like, I'm sorry. I always say this. I've been there because at the end of the day, the type of person I was growing up, I really did not deserve a beating because I wasn't bad. I was very into the arts. I was a little mouthy because people always just try me. So it's like I was the one. You think you're gonna say something to me and I mean not say nothing back? No, that's not how we get down. Because it takes two to tango and to have a conversation. So yeah, I didn't and plus I'm a Sagittarius. We don't take no crap. But yeah, the father can be the disciplinarian, but don't go over. It's not that serious. Like just talk to the kid, and that's why a lot of these kids acting the way they are because one, they've been beaten too much and they lashing out, or two, they just didn't get the love and support that they need from their dad or their mom. Like, yeah. And honestly, I will say, being transparent, I used to lash out because as I got older, as I got older, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't care if she see this or not. Me and my mom used to butt heads when I was a teenager. My high school years, we used to butt heads. And I remember one comment I lashed out because she said I look like my father, and she hit me because she said I look like my father. I went off because one thing, don't don't have your past emotions hinder me because of what you and my dad went through. Hated it, and I lashed out. And I remember I just laughed and went to my grandma. Okay. And of course, my grandparents got on her about that. But I'm like, don't, and that's what some of these parents need to not do when it comes to your children in a situation between you and their dad. Don't take your past negativity or your hurt out on your kids because that would scar them. And tell you, I was scarred. I'm like, I was screaming, "I'm not my dad." That was the hate that I had for him. One, because he was not around to rectify it. And I would look in the mirror all the time and be like, so this is what my mother sees in me. This is no. Mm-mm. And I used to call myself ugly because I used to think my dad was ugly because my mother didn't like the way I looked. But yeah, that was past hurt. And then when I like my dad was trying to come around, I would look at him like, so is this what my mother sees in you? Because she sees you in me. I that would hurt. But and of course I had a conversation with my dad too. Because I just think that wasn't fair. Like it would be times I wanted to pick up the phone and call my dad and I couldn't because I didn't know his number. It was at times my grandmother and my aunt didn't know who he was. But then there were times where I would be with my grandmother's house and he would call and my grandmother would give him the phone and he we'll try that conversation and it'd be an awkward silence. I'm like, well, I don't know what to talk about, man, because you ain't here and I ain't spending time with you, so I don't know who I really don't know who you are. But yeah. Hey Auntie Edna, welcome in, welcome in. Miss Katina said, yeah, I don't want to say Miss Shakina said yes to answer your question. My dad been in my life from my birth to his dying day. Thanksgiving Day 21 was hard, but I took care of him between New York and South. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. But I feel like there is there is a gap of dads between like the baby boomers up to some of the Generation X. On I feel like the millennial area, the 80s and 90s is when the dads were not there. Because some of these 70s, 60 babies, even 50s, they had their dads. The millennials, like the late 70s to the 90s, the dads wasn't in our homes. And now from the 90s on up, like the late 90s on up, you got fathers, you got marriages. Like what happened to that our era, our gap? What what happened? What happened? That's I'm gonna say what happened. Because from my family, my posts, I see like some of the dads were in their lives. Like my mom had her dad, but my grandmother married later. But my grandfather wanted to be in my mom and my aunt's lives. My grandfather took on um, my cousins that were not his grandkids. My cousin, he was only one because the rest of us we all had the same grandfather. But my cousin BJ, even though he had his grandfather as well, my grandfather took on him as a grandson as well. That's why I love that man, and I'm the oldest on that side as well. But yeah, I, mm, Max said we need some more likes. Just hit that like button. The like button too. Miskina said, Dre, I celebrate you for sharing and being open to the healing process with your dad. Yes. Listen, this was a journey and like I always like I will always think that my mom and my father would when as a kid, my mom and my dad would get back together and I knew that would never happen. I always wanted that two-parent household. Like I always thought about how my life would be if my dad was in the picture. If my dad was my mom was still married. But then I think, God always have something different. He wrote the story. If my dad was still in the picture, I wouldn't have my brother. And I love if people in my family know, or friends know, my brother Brandon, that's my road dog. Like me and my brotherly love. That's my bro. Like that's my nigga. We ride it out for each other. I would nobody harm him. He would nobody harm me. And that's one thing I'm blessed to have is a brother like that. And then I wouldn't have my niece and nephew. So it's like, I mean, granted they split, but God's still blessed. Say just I can respectfully state my opinions to parent or the older family members. I'm grown. I'll say what I want. I'm not a child. Not holding back. Yes, I told That I totally agree. And I feel as though that in my family, they have to learn that because on my mom's side, they are too. I want to say they're controlling, but it's like you can say they can say something to you, but you can't say nothing back to them. It's like I said what I said, and that's that. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not how we get down. Especially if I'm a grown adult. No, it's not because they're not understanding that we're grown now. We're not kids anymore. We have our own families. We have our own lives. Like I had to instill that in a couple of my relatives. I'm like, you're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. That's your child. Sorry, your child is over there, and they're still grown. So then you're not gonna talk. Like, come on now. It's a respect. It's a boundary respect level, and I'm just gonna leave it there because I'm not gonna go into that because that's going to segue to something else. It's probably about Father's Day and the giveaway. But yeah, that's that. I said to say I will stay in the chat. We're at brunch. Hope your feelings are always good. Thank you, Auntie Ada. Thank you. Tell Mr. Howard happy Father's Day. I don't know if he's a father or not, but tell him happy Father's Day from me and Brandon. Mama Jana said my dad was the father to me that his father wasn't to him. Always there no matter what. Even after divorce from my mother, I made sure he was taken care of until he departed. That part, and I get it. And even about like this is I'm a Christian wholeheartedly. I apply the word of God. The Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days shall be longer. But also, the Bible says, fathers and mothers do not provoke your children. Okay? Even though you have them, don't provoke them because they are the next generation. Out of the mouth of babes comes the next. Like, come on now. You, you're speaking generations of wealth and prosperity, and you want to train up doctors and lawyers and all that other stuff, and teachers and great careers in these kids, but yet you're going to stricken them? No. Like I always go about honor. Like I always try to honor my mother, even when she did me wrong. I always try to honor my dad, even when he did me wrong. It's the respect, but simply, I'm not going to forget what you've done to me. Period. I'm not going to forget what you've done to me. Hey V, Auntie V, thank you for coming in. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. People just coming in. That's on the child to make that decision whether or not they want to build a relationship. No one can force it or force it. Right. I totally agree, Stacey. Stacey, I totally agree. Totally agree. I don't know if I'd rather than that. Auntie V, what's up? Everybody saying hi, Mama Janet. The ratchet Johnson mamas need to get their shit together. If a black father wants to be present for his kids, let him. He doesn't want you anymore, sis. Let him go. He wants his children, and I totally agree. I tell you, the stuff I see in the court system is hell. What I saw in the court system, it's hell. And the stuff these men did to get these kids to try to get their kids back, and the stuff that the mothers were not, it was hell. Man, let these people see their kids. Let these men see their kids. Trust me, we went through it with my brother, and my brother was able to get custody of his children. So, yeah. Yo, Scott, what's up? Scott in the building. Hey, Scott. Let that man break the cycle of stereotype. Yes, it's time. I feel like this is the season of breaking the stereotypes, the stereotypical relationships, the stereotypical lifestyles. Break the cycle. Like break it. Jesus. Carly said, my parents were married but divorced when I was 8 due to my dad's drug addiction. I knew addiction is a disease, so I never held it against him. I also remember how great of a dad, excuse me, he was before the addiction. And I feel as though back in those days, like especially the black man carried so much weight to keep his family together. And now that she mentioned that, Carly, my dad did the same thing. And I think that's why my dad and my mom divorced as well. Um, my dad saw what my granddad did to my nana, to my grandmother, um, and my dad actually ran away. My dad, because like I tell you, we had a family discussion. I wanted answers, so me, my aunts, and my dad, we had these discussions. I wanted answers because I needed to know. And my dad actually ran away. He ran away into the military because my grandfather, although my grandfather was there in their lives, they were in a two parent household. My granddad used to beat the hell out of my grandmother. And when I found that out, it got to the point that I hated my grandfather. I hated my grandfather. And my dad saw this and he ran from it. And I feel as though he ran from my mother as well. Like my dad ran from my mother because something could have been good. But then my mother was always my mother. That's not the story. But um yeah, and my grandmother tried to stay and make it work, but she got kicked out of it until my grandfather started beating on my dad and my aunt, and my grandmother said, "Hell no, hell no, not my kids. You can beat on me, but you can beat on my kids." And my grandmother got out of there. So her and my dad and my two aunts left. So and then my grandfather. I think that's when he started his. That's when his addiction came because he was an alcoholic, and then alcoholic went into drugs and all this other stuff. And then my grandfather died of. I was able to go to my granddad's funeral. My grandfather died of alcohol. So, so that I can get. He succumbed to his addiction in 2016. Consider rest peacefully dead. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, my granddad died around the same time. Like I think my granddad died in 15 or 16. One of them. These badass. It would be Stacy to comment stuff like this. These badass kids nowadays need a positive, strong man figure, a positive male figure present. That is true. That is true. And my thing is, even though my dad wasn't in my life, I had a grandfather. I had uncles, like my uncle Buttons, who's gone on now, um, was the father figure. Like and I always honorably mention them too. And if you see like any pictures, like I think videos I did in the past, my old vlogs, in my office in my old house, I had my grandfather's military flag because I was able to get one when he passed, and I had him and my uncle Buttons. Those two was a positive role model in my family. I mean, in my life. Even though my dad was not there, and even though they're not your dad, I mean, you got uncles, you got God. I have a good, awesome godfather that been in my life. Um, yeah, I have uncles and my grandfather that really fathered me, taught me what it is to be a man. Even though I'm gay, they said you're gay, so what? Only God can judge you. But at the end of the day, I want you to be a man. Be a man about it. There were men in my church that showed me how to be a man. Like there was one of the deacons growing up. I was like 9 years old. Showed me how to tie a tie, and I'm forever grateful for that because my father was not there to show me how to tie a tie. My uncle, I had my uncle Buttons tie my tie for my junior senior prom. He was there tying my ties for me. Why? Because my father wasn't there. My grandfather chauffeured me to my proms. Why? Because my father wasn't there. My grandfather kicked out money to have bomb cars for me to go in. And at the time at the time when I was in high school, when we were going to proms, we didn't drive yet. Well, we didn't drive to our proms. We got chauffeured to our proms. But my grandfather rented the best, and he would dress up in a suit and tux and would be my chauffeur. Like there, God placed in me other men, although my father wasn't there, which I'm okay with now. But He put other men in my life. I had an uncle Anthony from my home church. My uncle Anthony would take me out and like just love on me to the point where he showed me how to change a serpentine belt. Like I I didn't know how to change. He taught me how to change a serpentine belt. He taught me how to change a tire. When I would have a flat. He was like, no, no, man. I'm gonna teach you how to take. You're gonna do this yourself. I'm gonna show you. That's the stuff that I cherish when I think about Father's Day. Even though my dad wasn't here, there were other men around that took the time out to show me what it is to be a man. Like if y'all know me, I love to wear a suit to church functions. I love dress up. My grandfather, my mom's dad, will wear a suit out. He was military, American Legion, all that. They would go to functions. My grandfather taught me how to dress up. He said, "This is how you wear a suit. This is how you wear a double-breasted suit. Just shoes." Yo, that's the stuff I cherish, and that's stuff I miss. So when I think about Father's Day, I don't think about just my dad. I think about my grandfather. I think about my uncle. I think about the men that was in my life teaching me how to be a man when the person that was supposed to be there didn't do it. I'm saying thanks to Kelly. Yeah. Why am I in this? Shut up, David. What's up, Auntie JT? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. All right. If I missed your comment, I'm so sorry. I'm getting down to the wire here because I still got to do the actual the giveaway. A quick, if you are here and you were not at BMocation and you did not do the enter the giveaway, you got about 5 minutes to put I'm in, and I'll put your name into the giveaway as well if you want the giveaway products. So we're gonna do that. Mama Jen said, between my marriages, I was a single parent, but my sons knew I was not to be tried. Okay, and they are respectful grown men. I mean, yeah, and that's why I respect my mother. My mother raised two strong men, and people in my family knew not to mess with Lisa boys. Knew not to. One thing about it, we protected our mom, but my mother did, even though we had grown up, single mom raising boys. You're gonna have differences because at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody. A mother can teach a young boy how to be a man, but it's the father that can instill it. A mother can teach a guy how to be a man, but it's the father that can instill what the man's supposed to be like, the principles, everything. My mother taught me and my brother how to be strong men, how to treat the kids right. Some of even though I don't have no kids, but my niece and nephew are my kids. But we all had our moments. I'm gonna say, we all had our moments. But at the end of the day, I still will honor and show respect, even though we may agree or disagree. I know that's right, Mama J. I know that's right. Thank you, Trey. He said, thank you. Oh, he's welcome, Mr. Howard. You welcome. It's your day. Go ahead and enjoy it. Some good old food. I'm listening driving. Okay, be safe, Auntie JT. Be safe in your driving. Callie has a special moment. Yeah. Callie said, fun fact, Dre changed my tire in one day. He's not lying. I did. Oh my God. I did. And my thing is, I would say these hands are for creativity. I'm the man. I don't want my man to be big old, but like I would see my uncles and my grandfather, they got these big old knots. And I would tell my grandfather, why are your hands like that? He said, because these are man hands. I put my hands to the plow. I'm like, all right, granddad, all right, you the real G. I ain't gonna sit there. Kylie, shut up. To keep persuading your way. Shut up. Shut up. So, we got 10 minutes left. I'm gonna do this giveaway. But I thank y'all for the conversation because Father's Day always weighs on me because I'm like, my dad, you here now, but you weren't never there. Like you here now, but that's why you cherish the now. And sometimes the past, you forget the past, but you just forget it, but you don't forget. You can forgive the past, but don't forget it because that is what made you who you are now. Like I don't know how my life would be if my dad was really, really in my life. I don't know how I did, but I mean, I respect him. I got to because he brought me here. If it wasn't for it wasn't for Ty. It's funny because his name is Tyrone. And every time I hear somebody say something about his name, I think about Erica Badu and call on Tyrone. So yeah. Uh so with that being said, I don't forget the past. That's just it's the past is because sometimes it haunts you. But thank God for therapy and people you can talk to and just like the Lord just getting you through it. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, that's all I can say. But let's do this giveaway. I thank everybody for participating and watching the video. Even though I'm not at 500 yet, I'm still trying to get there. Um, I thank you for the ones that were able to um, say that they're part of, they want to be a part of the giveaway. So I'm gonna do this on the live. And there was only 4 people that did it, which is great because I have 3 gifts. So sad to say, one person won't be able to get it, but let's see if I'm cheerful, I may be able to just give it away. But yeah, so let's do this giveaway. So I thank you for all that. This is my first giveaway. I'm excited about doing my first giveaway because I see everybody else doing them. Like, I want to give away. I tell Brandon all the time, I want to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway. So he's like, well, your day will come. So here it is. So once again, we are giving away. I put the names in a cup, be my cake cup to be exact. But there are 4 names in here, and just to be reminded, I am giving away the Bemarcation Weekend Cup. Stacy, your name is not in here. Did you do what you were supposed to do? But if you want your name in here, tell me now. Let me get a pen. I'm gonna fight you because you did not show up. Give me that pen. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to fight her. All right, I'm about to put your name in here now. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you, Stacey. Right. I didn't see your name in the list. I didn't see your name. So your name is in here now. It's in here now. It's in here. You got it? So it's 5 in here. So once again, so we're gonna be raffling off the Bemarcation Weekend Drink Cup. So this is the cup that everybody was able to drink out of because we'll be all over the place and we wanted to have our drink in our hand. So this is our weekend cup, and it comes with the straw. And then we have the Bemarcation Souvenir Cup that has more of the embedded logo. So that comes with the straw as well. And then lastly will be the big shebang will be the whole souvenir bag with the cup. You got a shorty in there. You got candy. You got crab chips and some of these. All the things that we like here in Baltimore. And then the tote bag is going to come with it. So we're going to put a tote bag in here as well. So let's see who these winners are. Kelly, I'm doing it now. So I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to close my eyes as I pull it out. Let's see. So the first one will be the weekend cup. So we're going to do the weekend cup first. Okay. And the winner for the weekend cup is I want to see. I can't see. So for the weekend cup, the winner is I never did one thing. So the weekend cup winner, and I want you guys to, if you're not here, please come back and see that you won. Y'all can share this out too. And please send me. You can find me on all social media platforms if you know how to get in contact with me, so I can get your mailing information so I can get it sent out to you guys. So the first one of the weekend cup is Miss Cynthia Martin. Woohoo! Miss Cynthia Martin, she did comment on the video and she said I'm in. She did give her opinion of what she liked about Beam Location, the Beam Location videos, all that she saw. So Miss Cynthia, I'm gonna put this in here so we know that's yours and that you won your gift. So Miss Cynthia, please get in contact with me and so I can get your information so I can get it sent up to you. Yay! She won my. All right, let me shake this up again. So this one will be for the embedded souvenir cup with the straw. All right, let's go. Close my eyes. Let's see if I got it. All right. I can't get it. One just fell out. So one just fell out. So I'm gonna get it. So the winner of the weekend cup goes to. Oh, that's not the weekend cup. It's the souvenir cup. Goes to. I know what this is already because I just put it in there. So the winner goes to Stacy. Stacy, you lucky. Stacy. Stacy. You get the souvenir cup with the straw. Okay. So congratulations. It's funny because I just put you in there. So congratulations on getting that. Congratulations, Garrett. Send me your information so I can get this sent out to you. So we'll put this in here. This is going to your cup. And you get the souvenir cup. And lastly, the big shebang, the whole thing together with the bag. Let's see who it will be. La, la, la. It's not. Okay, so I got it. You can say Stacey cheated. All right, so I got the winner. And before I announce the winner, I just want to thank everybody for coming on today and being a part of my Father's Day giveaway live. I finally did my first giveaway, so I'm so excited for that. And I just love you guys. So for this winner, let's see who it is. So they're getting the whole bag with the candy, the shot, the souvenir cup, the seeds, the crab chips, and the tote bag. And the winner is, drum roll. Oh my God! I'm laughing though. Oh my God. I'm laughing because this is my girl. It's my girl, and she commented in the video that she would always love a tote bag. She got, and I didn't know I was gonna put her name. This is funny. This is divine intervention. So congratulations to my girl Mish. Mish. Oh my God, my girl Mish. She won. So I'm Mish, if you see this video, reach out to me, or I could always reach out to her as well. Yes, big Mish won, and Mish was supposed to be there as well, but could not make it. So this is awesome that she can get this. She can get this whole shebang. Girl, shut up! Anybody cheated? Shut up, Stacey. You cheating by just putting your name in there, and it's funny how you just popped out of the cup. But no, I'm so happy for Mish because I just know she entered, so it was great. Oh, I'm so excited. And yes, I did the old school way because it wasn't many that entered, and I wasn't doing that wheel. Doing that wheel. The next one, I'll do the wheel. But Let me put this in here for me. Side note, this is her winnings. So yeah. She said God was on my side. So hit me up with your information. I will try to. I'm going to get this sent out to you by the end of the month, so you guys can have it for you guys. Because the expiration date on these chips said July 21st. But as black folk, we gonna eat them too. They so good. So it's good. But I'm so excited for all the winners and was able to participate in my first ever giveaway, brought to you by Bemocation. So yeah. So with that being said, I love you guys. I'm about to go upstairs and get ready for church. I'm excited about church today. Even though it's Father's Day, but I get my right hand of fellowship at my new church. So excited. But yeah, so congratulations, guys. Congratulations to Miss Cynthia, to Stacy, and to Mish. Um, and of course, I can't get my thoughts out. Oh my god, I'm so excited for them. I can't get my thoughts out, but get on all the lives for the week. Our running back ministry lives throughout the week. It's crazy that I wasn't able to get on anybody's live this week because I was so busy. Like something came up every single day that I could not get on nobody's live. Like the weather is weathering and things are happening. Like things are starting to be in place. Like I have concerts coming up and engagements and it's weird. Like I'll be having rehearsals on a week and other stuff. But yes, I hope you guys do have a great start of your week. Don't forget Juneteenth is this week coming, so celebrate our pride. Celebrate. You know, Texas for them being the last ones to know that they were free from slavery. That's where Juneteenth came from. Freedom. Listen, we're gonna celebrate our people. So yeah, I hope everybody have a great week. I love you guys. Continue to have a great Father's Day. Shower your fathers with all your gifts and stuff that you got them. And I will see y'all throughout the week in all of the Running Back Ministry chats. So love y'all. Have a great Sunday. And y'all know what I do. Deuces.